afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for December 21st, 2019, 3 p.m. Eastern. Once each of us, in our own way, through our own identifying, once we realize who and what we are, without ego mind, there will not be anything to deter our intent of new creation. This current state of upheaval is part of the transition connected to us and any of the other of those who are doing daily meditation in greater number. So we are shifting all of the frequencies and energies, is why they're so agitated. They seem to be running, uncontrolled rampantly around the planet. And, when you stir up a situation that's so used to being in, if you want to call it that, a control, and then it realizes that it no longer holds that control because the frequency that it is housed in, it can't sustain itself. So it must relinquish control. And it's literally on overdrive. Here's the trap that in past times on this planet the civilization fell for. The trap is what you see, what you hear. This is the trap. And, here's the situation for us is that we've been so trained through the ego mind. We've been so immersed in the ego mind and not really knowing what that was. So we literally were being enslaved by the ego mind. It just keeps sending us thoughts and keeps sending and sending and sending. And then we would feel uneasy, or we would feel depressed, or we would feel alone. And then we would feel unhappy, and we would feel insecure. And so then we would go out and we would find ways to fill that emptiness, that feeling that the ego mind had dictated to the heart mind, where you have your emotions start churning. And so we do things to try to fill that. Whether you're unhappy, you say, well, I'm going to go buy something. And, people do that. So they go buy something. And then they have a brief moment where it feels good and they're happy, and then it just dies away. See? Because why? Because the ego mind is never satisfied. So the ego will continually pump the mind, will send thoughts to us incessantly. And some of them, like I have said repeatedly, they're so far-fetched that, it slaps us up and says, we go, what? That's just a thought. I'm not going to participate in that. And it just passes by and it just vaporizes. So this is where we must be careful, each of us, because you're going to see some things. If you think you've seen things now, wait just a little bit longer, and you're going to see some things that have never been shown or revealed on this planet. And it's not ominous, so I want to make that perfectly clear. It is mind-bending from the standpoint of the exposure to it all. And understand that you also must understand, each of us, that the financial hydration of the people of this planet, okay? We all know, everybody in this call, 30 million plus, 31 million, that we are It's good. It's a very good positive that we're aware of this. We're aware of these things, and that we know it works. We know what doesn't work. We know that emphatically. That we know that governments having wealth do not help the people. And in most cases, they end up enslaving the people. So we've learned that. And I think that the majority of those in different countries, I would think, know that. I think some are fearful of knowing it. I think others have embraced it, and I think others are just beginning to understand it. So the money goes to the people. And to be quite honest with you, where does the money start from anyway? Where has it always started from? The people. Who generates the wealth on this planet? The people. Okay? How can you invest in anything? Even the controlled stock market, all of this investment, who creates it? Who mines the gold? Who mines the silver? Who mines all the alloys? When you realize that, is it these execs in these companies? No, it's the people. Who makes things and then buy them? The people. All right? And I'm telling you, that's why we are, through this ascension, we're going to start understanding true enlightenment, that we are the creators. We're the manufacturers. We're everything. We build massive corporations that then become twisted, because we aren't on them enough. So they get out of hand. They get greedy. And then, of course, we have the parasitical leaders that sit at the top and basically feed wolf of all the workers. And the workers get paid crumbs while the company advances, and they fill their pockets full of the efforts of the people. So the people don't have they have dead-end positions usually, and they cannot be entrepreneurial because they're told like drones. They're treated like drones, that you got to do this, be in there, do this, and then you leave, and then you come back, do the same thing every day. This is where the shift is. This is where the 12 Visions Party comes in. This is where the prime law comes in. And this is where the hydration of the financial reset of the people, not the governments. Every time there's been a financial reset of the governments, nothing really changes except they get welfare. And the people suffer. That's why this planet is not a paradise yet. That's why it is not a heaven yet, because of the fact that we have allowed, through forced bicameral training, to believe that we need this external authority, we need to be led, we need to be guided, we need to be governed, we need to be told what to do, and we need to be told what to wear, how to wear it, what to eat, how to eat it, and everything. And it's ending. And when that ends, you understand that what we're witnessing here, that we probably shouldn't give much eye contact with or ear contact, is that it's ending. It's a fact. It is ending. And it isn't ending in a global thermonuclear war, as they would like us to believe that. That cannot happen. It will not be allowed on this planet. This is silly. It's absolutely silly. And so this is just a game, all this stuff going on. So we treat it as a game, right? When children get out of control, what do? We discipline them. We tell them, no, this isn't, they're not, and we educate them so they gain knowledge, and they understand that there's structure. They understand that and they learn how to lead themselves, govern themselves, and think for themselves, and they're encouraged to do so. It's no different than the larger bodies, right? I don't like using the word adult, I'll just say larger bodies, or bodies that have been longer in operation. So basically, we have, we think that as we, get older, you're acting like a child. You're an adult, act like one. We've all heard that, haven't we? You're an adult, act like one. And so we're child within us. You know what the child is? It's when we have fun. Okay? And when we have that imagination. And we use the imagination. And we start creating. And it's a never-ending story because of the fact that we have that and we continue to create. We never run out of not creating or being bored because we're fulfilling every single second our truest and highest value, our life. We're fulfilling our lives. We're experiencing. We're progressing. And it's not always, see, because we have bumps. And we have situations. We have loved ones who ascend out of body. Right? We try to do everything we can, but there are the frequencies and energies. See, when a God wants to leave the body, now the body may not think that it wants to cease. And the God within, see, this is why it's so crucial that we communicate more and more with the kingdom of God within us. See? Because then we have an intimate understanding and relationship with the God. And so when we ask for assistance, we ask for the assistance from the God within us. That's where it is. We are everything. There's nothing that we need externally. We are everything. And so when we understand we're everything and that we're pursuing and journeying, then we understand that when the time comes for us to the God to leave the body's okay with it. It's not a big deal. We just leave them. It's not trauma. It's not forlornment. And it's not depression. Okay? And it's not loss at all. You see, we've been taught that way. We've been taught of loss. And it really, because we don't have that conscious understanding of who and what we all are. And what happens is that we embrace the physical way too much and not enough of the spiritual. Not enough of the God. Mostly physical. Once in a while God. And even that means that we're talking and asking for help from something out there. See what I mean? Something out there. And the whole time, it's in us. And that relationship is super powerful. And just absolutely releasing for us. And the happiness and the joy. And also, in the deepest of gratitudes, no matter what happens. It's amazing when you really do that through the heart-mind. And you're deeply grateful no matter what's going on. And, you know, a lot of us at times will come across some things and it will depend on how we view them. See, that's it. No one could tell you how to view them because you already kick into high gear when you start to experience them. So it's all about you. It's all about you figuring out, okay, who and what I am. I don't care to become befuddled or stressed out because of this situation happening. I'm just going to, step away, embrace the God that I am, and be deeply grateful for whatever it is occurring. And to be just so thankful that we actually are in these bodies. It doesn't matter if you're 100. We're in them. See? We're not out of them. And then there's those that we watch, and eventually they ascend out of body. Right? What do you think is going to happen when we're all immortal? Well, we are immortal, but when the body's immortal. What do you think is going to happen? All that's going to be washed away. You know, you might end up saying to your friend or somebody or relative, when are you going to leave the body? Haven't you been around enough? Haven't you been in that body long enough? Seriously, you think about that. Now, wouldn't be surprised in the beginning as the civilization adjusts, as we slowly integrate the immortality with the body, that people will say that, like get irritated with one another or something, and wife might say, You've been in that body long enough now. What are we, 2,500 years old? How long do you expect you're going to stay in that body? Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be a whole different set of things that we experience. I think the more focused we are, and the more love that we are, the more in love that we are, the more enlightened we become. I don't think any of that stuff's going to be discussed or brought up. I think maybe some during the initial transition might be, but I think in the long run it won't be. Because we will be expanding out, creating more and more, developing more and more, expanding out into the universe, the galaxy, and then the universe, and exploring and being on other planets and interacting with other civilizations. So we got a whole lot of things that we're going to be immersed in. And the first thing is that we really know who and what we are. That's paramount, period. And, literally, this is about the best way I can describe it. We are everything. We're everything. We're the tears that we have. We're the laughter that we have. We're the excitement that we have. We are the deep eternal love that we have. We're the deep perpetual gratitude that we have. We are the trees, the birds, the bees, the flowers, everything. As crazy as that sounds to some people, it is a fact. We hold the essence and the drops of each of us, that we are the essence of the golden ocean, which is all everywhere. When you walk on a blade of grass, you're part of that blade. When you go by a tree and talk to the tree, you're part of that tree. You can commute the close. When you get to something that has a molecular structure like you do, it's not from the DNA. I'm talking about the life frequency, energy within everything. You literally are part of that, so you can connect with it whenever you choose. So you'll be able to master this. This is all part of you, part of each and every one of us. So we are everything. And it's something to embrace without ego. And it's something to, really be with us forever, that we are everything. And that starts to help us really go in and connect. And to experience the love that we are. Experience that. When you're lonely or you feel disheveled or you feel overwhelmed or you feel just out of sorts, maybe irritable or something. When you realize the magnificence that you are, and I'm not talking about that ego mind, I'm talking about the magnificence that you truly are through the heart mind, all that stuff flies away. To walk around in these bodies is absolutely magnificent. And see how we are distracted where we just take them for granted. Because we have so many external authorities banging on us. Well, I got to do this, I got to do that, and I don't do this, I don't do that. What happens here? I'll lose this, I'll lose that. What am I going to do if this happens? What am I going to do if this happens? And it just literally, overpowers us. And, then the ego mind steps in and takes over. But we are the gods, every one of us. And we are the true masters and the true commanders of our light ships. And as silly as that may sound to some people out there that you may converse with, it's a fact. And the more we begin to see what's happening with this planet, it shows you that we're everything, and it shows you that we can shift the frequencies. Unless we do it with ourselves, and it is effortless without expanding. So we are truly everything. So if you will, go to a place where you're not going to be interrupted, which I'm sure you all are. And the first thing that we want to do is to relax our bodies. How many of us, I think all of us at one time or another, I just don't think that any of us have this down pat, where, you relax the body and continually be able to do that, because we're learning as each step that we take of who and what we are. So there's certain things that come up and say, okay, I know what this is. I know what's going on here with me. So this is what I will do to correct that. You have a lot of conversations with ourselves, a lot of conversations with our bodies. You know, how are you feeling? You ever talk to your bodies? You know, so you can relax them and you communicate with them. Say, how are you feeling today? What can we do to help? You know, how's am I stiff? Do I feel good? Am I flexible? Does everything feel okay? Do I have pains? Do I have other issues? But a lot of us, you know, because we get up and we're, oh God, it's another day, and oh boy, you know, what how am I going to face this? What am I going to do here? And instead of saying, you know something, body, I am glad to be in you, and I am deeply grateful that you can carry my God around. So let's just have a wonderful day. And you cannot not have a wonderful day if you acknowledge the God within you and that you respect and care kindly to your body. So you relax it. You're able to do that. All of us can do that. And these are masterships these are all of our abilities. It's not something that we go get and use. It's something that we already are. So connecting with your God and then others who are on the same page, it becomes wonderful when all of you get together and you connect with each other's God. And I'll be sharing how to do that on the TFCC this coming Wednesday. I'll be sharing how to do that. So relax the body, your body, each of us, and embrace the kingdom of God within us. Now, as we relax the body, we had one of our brothers, which I thought was really good. Instead of on our as we go in, and I'll share this with you. But as we go in to relaxing the body, we move into the now. And as we know, the now is everything. It's past, present, future. And while we're in this now, right in this very now, this very moment, we are designing and creating our futures. Okay? Now, when you become clear on being only in the now and not bringing the past to create your future, because we do that, we do it, then what you do is you only focus on the now, and you begin to master designing your own future for you, all right? We're not talking about changing everything for everybody. We're just talking about what you desire for your future, and how in the now you can create it very finitely once you gain that mastership, period. The excitement about all this is off the charts because we are waking up to all that we are, ever have been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. So we relax the body, we're in the now, and we want to breathe. Now, as we breathe in, and we do this 1001, 1002, 1003. So instead of saying 1001, 1002, 1003, as Glenn so kindly recommended, which I agree with, you go, I am love, I am light, I am. And that roughly spends, 3 seconds. So as you breathe in, as you take that wonderful breath in through the nose, and you hold it, I am love, I am light, I am. And then you let go. You let it out. You just breath it out very comfortably. And we want to do this at least 5 times. 6 times while I'm talking. So, breath in, I am love, I am light, I am. And then exhale. as we breath in, we're breathing in divine positive energy. And people say, well, where is it? Where does it come from? What is divine positive energy? It's from source creation. It's from the love that we are. It is from the collective consciousness of the universes and all the planets. Planets are all sentient beings. They all have gods within them. And so we all communicate. And it's positive love light energy. It's the highest frequency that you can obtain and exist in. And that's when you're fully light. That you're in love always. And that's where we're heading. Most of us cannot maintain being in love for a minute, let alone forever. So we have a lot of things to clarify with ourselves and embrace. The positive, divine positive energy is that we are everything. So why do we need to search outside of ourselves for the truth? We are everything. We're the wind. We're the sun. We're the sky. We're the mountains. We're the sand. We're the oceans. We are the different creatures. All life. Part of all of it. And it's part of all of us. And it flows through us. Everywhere. Around us. It is always. It never is not. And we are everything. We are the kingdom of God. We are the God. We are the paradise. We are the heaven on earth. And there's many billions of us. We are the creators. You honestly think that Prime Source created us to sit on a planet and never remember whatever we do, every cycle of reincarnation? That we believe that we live in sin and that we are, diminished, that our self-esteem is diminished, that our confidence is diminished, and we feel undeserving? Do you honestly believe that Source Creation created such powerful God beings that we would spend our frequencies and our energies in that direction? I think not. As we exhale, we're exhaling all of the things that, again, our subconscious and our ego mind literally throws at us, machine guns us. But the wonderful thing about that is that we are clear on it. We understand it. It isn't like, well, what's this? Okay, I know what's happening here, so I know how to shift my frequency to a higher level. I know what's going on with me here. I understand this here, whether it be your body or your spiritual aspect of who and what you are. So you're moving in the mastership. We're not kindergarten. So as you do this, you understand that we operate from the heart mind. We say this every day because we concentrate and focus on it so that we do it, so that it begins to become automatic. It's autopilot, that we shift into our heart mind all the time. And this is what we're doing. And as we're in the heart mind, we also are one with the kingdom of God inside these bodies. We are one with the God. We are one with Source Creation. And we have so many with us always. The archangels, cherubim, seraphim, archetypes, the order, all of it. And they vibrate at a different frequency than we do. This is a higher frequency. They are of the highest, the deepest eternal love from the highest, the deepest eternal love. And highest and deepest gratitudes. And they're with us. Trillions of them. We see them on occasion if we are clear on what their message is to us, or just want to talk with us. And then we have the ascended masters. They are gods that ascended out of their bodies. See? Think about it. Ascended masters. So what are we? Well, a lot of us are asleep masters, and then we recognize the fact that we ascend out of the body and we maintain God form. See? And so they ascend. They've mastered a lot of things that we haven't yet, that we all are equipped with. So we wake up to each one as we go. And so they've mastered some things, and so they literally ascend out of their bodies and continue to assist us. Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda, Jesus, El Morya, Abundantia, Thoth, and Pel. And many, many, many more. I mean, look at the family. Look at what we're parts of. We're not separate. None of us, any of us. We're connected. And we're able to interact with other aspects of us, is what it really is. Facets of Source Creation's deep, eternal love. We are all different facets of that love. All perspectives, all understandings, with clarity, precision, and understanding. So arm in arm, hand in hand, we all form trillions. We form our halo, our circle of light, right around the equator of Earth, Gaia. And while she rests, which she is doing, we will literally elevate, move up above the planet, but as we do so, we encase everything in perfect spheres. Encase ourselves. Encase Gaia. And this is a massive flooding and saturation of all life, all existences, on, in, above, and below Earth. And it is the highest high. The emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael, our innate healing powers, our violet blue purple flaming light of Archangel Michael, our resolve, our strength, our consternation, the white fire, our armor, the armor of high frequencies of deep eternal love, dispels any attempt from lower frequencies to even come in proximity of us, because it cannot hold its form. We are protected 24/7. It is up to us to maintain the highest frequency we can, which is deep eternal love, perpetually. And the highest of deepest gratitudes, perpetually. This field stays firm and strong, and this is our motivation to continue to advance into the higher and higher frequencies. So as we continue to elevate, levitate, we're outside our bodies, all of us. We float above our heads, above the body, through the heart-mind. And as we do this, we are we call out to everyone, all the other facets, all of the light energy beings, and all that there is and ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And only those who are of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love can join us in this now, in this meditation, in this circle of light. They're full compassion, non-judgment, peace, tranquility, benevolence, generosity, humbleness, joy, bliss, stillness of mind, non-ego, non-judgment. And they flood in the Guga plexus. Gugaplex 1 fills this entire universe. Take a look at the picture of this galaxy And making comparison, it's only one galaxy out of billions in this universe. And they fill all of it. And they come from gigaplexes of different universes, and they all flood in. And they join us arm in arm, hand in hand, in our meditation in this circle of light, and this now. And their gods are with our gods, and our gods are with theirs. We're all one. And they literally are of the highest of deepest gratitudes, as we are of the highest of deepest gratitudes, and we are all one. We're all love. And our God light energy is absolutely everywhere. We call upon all of those inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, beneath earth, all of these civilizations, and only those who are of the highest of deepest eternal love from the highest of deepest eternal love can join us in this now, in this meditation, this circle of light. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-cynicism, non-pessimism, happiness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, generosity, humbleness. And they come in the billions, arm in arm, hand in hand. They join us in this meditation, in this now, and this circle of light. Their gods with our gods with theirs. They are of the highest of deepest gratitudes. We are of the highest of deepest gratitudes. And we are all one. And we are all love. And our God light energy is absolutely everywhere. We call upon the galactics, off-worlders, all these civilizations. There are many. Pleiadians, just to name a few. Syrians, Andromedans, Arcturians, and many more. They have been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, in our ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, benevolent, tranquil, kind, generous, humble, peaceful, non-ego, non-judging. And they come, the billions, arm in arm, hand in hand. They join us in this now, in this meditation, this circle of light. Their gods with our gods with theirs. They are of the highest of deepest gratitudes, and we are of the highest of deepest gratitudes, and we are all one, and we are all love, and our God light energy is everywhere. Call upon our loved ones. Those are those who have ascended out of body. They are in God form. They are always with us. Only those who are of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love can join us in this meditation of this now, in the circle of light. They're in full compassion and non-judgment, non-ego, peace, joy, bliss, tranquility, benevolence, kindness, generosity, humbleness, stillness of mind. And they come in the billions, arm in arm, hand in hand. They join us in this now, in this circle of light, in this meditation. their gods with our gods with theirs. They are of the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes, and we are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. And we are all one. And we are all love. And our God light energy is everywhere. We call upon all the light energy beings who've decided to be housed in the following forms, shapes, configurations on, in, above, and below this planet Earth in this now, in this meditation, in this circle of light. And only those who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love can join us in this now, in this circle of light, in this meditation. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-pessimism, non-cynicism. Peace, joy, tranquility, benevolence, kindness, generosity, humbleness. And they come in the trillions. The fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the Pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more. They come in the trillions, shapes, sizes, colors, configurations, forms of which we have never seen before. Arm in arm, hand in hand, they join us in this now, in this meditation, in this circle of light. Their gods with our gods with theirs. They are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. And we are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. And we are all one. And we are all love. And our God light energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. Saturating all the sacredness of all the space and all existence and source creation. Never ending. Always expanding. Always transforming. Darkness into the light of source creation. In our family, Mother, Father, God, Prime Source, Creator, God, and the creation of all creation, Source. We look up and we see our meditative sphere. It's that center circle. It houses all of our meditations in perpetual motion. We created this sphere. It's hundreds and hundreds of meditations, never waning, growing in strength and frequency of the highest of highest highs of the deepest of deep, deep, eternal love. And the highest of the deepest, 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 deepest gratitudes. It can be seen, heard, and felt in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. It floods us. Feel it literally flood and saturate your physical body from head to toe, inside and out. Your God, kingdom of God, flooding and saturating it with the highest of deepest eternal love. It constantly imbues us and reminds us of who and what we are. We are the bliss. We are the joy. We are the happiness. We are the paradise. We are the heaven. We are the blade of grass. We are the tree. We are the leaves. We are the twigs. We are the brick. We are the mortar. We are the ocean. We are the soil. We are the sky. We are the fire. We are everything. Feel it as it vibrates for your very existence. We look down upon the planet, we see all of our brothers and sisters, all white, being the highest of value in the universe. And we flood them. We flood their physical bodies, saturate them, and the gods within, with the highest of deepest eternal love, head to toe, inside and out. They begin to understand that they are everything. If you are everything, why would you harm anything? If you are everything, why would you harm anything? If you are everything, why would you harm anything? I'll join you in the meditation, and I'll return to close this out.